What's up, y'all? It's the effing. Back again with another one. Out here on lunch break from work. You know what I mean? Leaving the warehouse, yeah. I know a lot of y'all be wondering what I do, man. I work a day job. You know what I mean? Work a day job in Las Vegas. I left Atlanta a couple years ago. Came out here, you know what I mean? These people out here gave me a job, you know what I mean? So I'm here every day. Been here making make parts for slots, for like slot machines out, you know what I mean? We do it for the whole world, but we happen to be in Las Vegas. So yeah, that's what I do, man. I'm on lunch break. And I'm really just kind of cruising around for a minute, trying to see if I can take care of a couple of errands. You know what I mean? It's Ramadan. Salute to all the Islamic brothers out there, you know, in observation of Ramadan. So, you know what I mean? I don't want to sit around and watch everybody eat. So, take off, run a couple errands. But, yeah, man, I was thinking, you know, about a story I could tell, another story I could tell. I guess this will be SideStreet Stories Ep.6. I got a quick one this time. I'm trying to, like, you know, pull all this stuff out my head, because I just be, some stuff I don't even realize. It could be a story or whatever, but it's a little quick story. I thought it'd be cool to add into the series. So, again, y'all know I'm terrible with the years. I'm terrible. If I had to guess, I would say it was 1997. I guess it was like 97. Might have even been before that. Might have been 90. Could have been 96, but I think it was 90. I think it was like 97. So, you know, I'm living in the dungeon, and this one we got the White House. Rico bought the White House. We moved out of the original dungeon. So now we in the mansion dungeon, you know what I mean? Where the studio was built downstairs, and it was a three-story house, all this kind of stuff. So, you know what I mean? I slept upstairs on the couch. So, so it's early in the morning. I'm not even sure who all was there. I feel like the house was kind of empty, but I used to wake up early all the time. I don't know why. I used to get up early and go eat cereal in the kitchen. Usually it'd be like me and like Cujo. Cujo used to get up early a lot. And sometimes like CeeLo would pop in early or something. But yeah, so it's one of the mornings. I'm up early, but I'm still on the couch. I'm just in my notebook. I'm writing, scribbling down little ideas and rhymes and shit like that in my notebook. House super quiet. And the phone rings, right? It's still when we had house phones. Everybody, you know what I mean? We didn't have cell phones and shit yet. So we still got the house phones out here. So I get up. I answer the house phone. You know what I mean? Up the dungeon. You know what I mean? I think that's how we used to pick the phone up back then. It was like dungeon. So I hear the voice on the other end. The voice like, "What's up, nephew? This Snoop Dogg." Like that, right? So I thought it was somebody playing with me, right? So I'm like, this ain't no damn Snoop Dogg, man. Who's this? He like, "Nah, that's Snoop Dogg." He said it's Snoop D-O-double-G. Sound just like the damn movie or something, right? So I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, it is Snoop Dogg. I'm like, yo, what's up? This the Dutch. I'm like, this Snoop for real? He like, yeah. He said, can I talk to Ray Murray? I said, yeah, he right here. Hold on a minute. You know what I mean? I'm like excited because I'm thinking Snoop Dogg calling. He wants some beats. You know what I mean? Like he about to come down or something. Come to the dungeon or some shit. You know what I mean? So, you know, and me being from LA, you know what I mean? It was always like kind of exciting if like an artist I knew from LA that I really rocked with on the West Coast was coming to the dungeon, like to work with the organized noise in the dungeon or something like that. You know what I mean? I was like fire. I was like when Corrupt came, I was super hype about Corrupt being there, or even like the DLC, or like you know, whoever, Lil Easy or somebody come through. I'm like hype. You know what I mean? I tried to bring Razzcast to the dungeon one time. It just didn't really work out right. But so I'm like super hype. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta get Ray up. You know what I mean? So I'm in there. Ray probably had been on the drum machine all night. It's still early. He in his room, pitch black, shit, cup pillows, everything piled up. You know what I mean? Because it's like winter time and shit. So I'm like, yo, Ray, get up. I got the cordless phone. Yo, Ray, get up, man. Snoop Dogg on the phone. And he said, Snoop Dogg? Fuck you want? I said, I don't know, man. He asked for you. So I give Ray the phone or whatever, you know what I mean? And, you know, I was right there the whole time, but you know what I mean? That conversation was amongst them or whatever. So he gets off the phone, you know what I mean? And he tried to like just go back to sleep. But I'm like, yo, what'd he say? What's happening? What's going on? He said he wants some beats. I said, for real? Cause I'm still like, you know, Dr. Dre is Snoop Dogg's producer, you know what I mean? So I'm like, oh shit, like he wants some beats for real? Like when he coming down with it? He said, man, I don't know. I told him we gotta figure it out. So apparently this was when Snoop was leaving Death Row. I guess Dre had already left at this time. And Snoop was still on Death Row. This is right before he went to Master P and them, you know what I mean? So we still haven't heard Snoop on nothing else but Death Row, Dr. Dre tracks, you know what I mean? So I'm like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Like Snoop coming through, like we gotta do something with it. He like, man, I don't know. I told him we gotta figure that out. He said he looking to work, you know, outside of Death Row or whatever. And I'm like, what? I'm like, how that work? You know what I mean? Not really figured it out or whatever. So I, you know, if I had to guess, because I'm not really privy to all the super inner business dealings or whatever, you know what I mean? I'm more like was able to participate in the creative side, but you know what I mean? That kind of stuff, I wouldn't know what actually happened, you know what I mean? But he didn't come down at that time. I believe he was able to work that deal out with No Limit instead, or something like that. And he ended up going to No Limit, which I felt like was a big miss out for us. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, man, we could have had Snoop. Like, Snoop could have been like in the dungeon, like for real, like how he was. We could have probably did a whole album on Snoop or something, you know? It just didn't work out that way and whatnot, you know what I mean? I guess a few years later, Corrupt and his little brother ended up, you know, really being down in the dungeon, you know, deep and Snoop too. Like Snoop came down eventually and did records and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like they got a record they put out pretty recent. Snoop Dogg and Sleepy Brown is fire. I think it's called Penthouse or something like that. Fire. Check that out if you get a chance or whatnot. But yeah, man. That's pretty much the story. It was that close, man. Snoop probably could have been a member of the Dungeon family, you know. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I thought that was cool, you know what I mean? I picked the phone up and had me hype all day. I'm thinking it's on. We about to make some hits. But yeah, man, that's my little story, you know what I mean? With Snoop. I got more stories, you know what I mean, involving Snoop Dogg for sure, but that was like the first interaction I had with Snoop, you know what I mean, in that capacity or whatever with the Dungeon. That's not really my first interaction. I'm sure he don't remember, but we ran into each other when I was a kid, you know what I mean. I was probably 13, 14 in Long Beach or whatever. Snoop was out there in the park. Him and his homeboys or whatever, you know what I mean? But it was all good. But I tell you all the time, you know, Snoop was a real gangster back then, you know what I mean? He was probably 18, 19, and I was like, I might have been younger than that. I might have been 13, you know what I mean? Some shit like that, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, you know what I mean? It's my story. Snoop Dogg, Dungeon family, Organized Noise. SideStreet Kid, check it out. Plus, man, check out some of my music too, man. Y'all be acting like I don't make music. I always talking about y'all support me, and then forget that I actually got records out here. Nah, I ain't gonna say that. Y'all do be supporting me, but just keep checking in, man. I got all kinds of records out right now. I got the FN. I got Good Kush, Good Drink, Bad Girls. I got a poetry album called If Heaven Ever Spoke. I got a collab album with Main Green called Dirty South Central. I got an album called The Push Button Future that's out right now. Then I got new stuff that I'm working on right now that'll be dropping soon. My newest project, The Lamo Forever, should be out hopefully like April. I'm looking at maybe a couple more weeks I'll be mixing and mastering. I got like 2-3 more songs I want to put together, stuff like that. You know what I mean? I wanted to get some features on it, but I'm kind of impatient. I don't like waiting on people. And I don't think, you know, man, I got some features, but I can't get everybody I want because it's not moving as fast as I would like it to be. But yeah, man, check me out. SideStreet Kid, it's the FN, and I'm out. SideStreet Stories, episode 6.